Renamed in late 2020, there's a look at Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Here we go in a rematch of Super Bowl 48. The Seahawks and Broncos are underway. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 7. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Riley Moss. And the Broncos are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual-type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. The first carry now. This is Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw is Nix. Throw right side, complete to Williams. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. To the right side and intercepted. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
There we go.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Here we go, here we go.
Throwing is Smith. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing now is Geno. He completes this to Walker. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Straight ahead, Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Throwing, Nix. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Adam Troutman, 68 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Will Lutz on for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Escape. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. An audible here to get a new look. They'll run for it. It's Walker. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Here's Nix. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there. 40 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on fourth down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Geno. And Smith able to move the chains before sliding down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 38. They'll get this out wide to Metcalf. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Up the middle, here's Walker, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. And now Smith going to change the play. They'll look to throw here on first down. This one goes underneath to Walker. Down inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Seahawks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Now Myers for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. Now, that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum. Or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top. Or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with. Because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on third down.
Now it's Nix. This one swung out to Williams.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Now they'll change things up.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 5. Nix to the air.
And Sutton hauls it in over the middle.
And Sutton will have a Broncos first down as he'll take this down inside the 45.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Now a handoff running left. This is Williams. The 20. 5. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Javonte Williams.
43 yards.
And the Broncos have taken the lead. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Throw out wide to Walker. That penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's Smith. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
To throw, here's Nix. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks. We have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. 2nd and 15.
He's got it to Williams. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Operating from the gun. Nix out to his left. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton, a 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right. He looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the 1st down.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety rolling into position, almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Now Smith. He hits his target, Lockett. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
That one covers 29 yards, first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Now Smith. And it'll be intercepted.
Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, I would guess it combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's 2 schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
He'll drop to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
A final shot before break. Nix eluding the pressure right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
63 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Now they'll change things around before the snap.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down.
They're going. It's Nix. He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
To throw is Nix. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stop.